Welcome to our webinar, Connect with the Customer Through Relatable Content. We are excited to learn how Wacol is crafting relatable content for social media that highlights their fit expertise and their solution-driven product strategy. I'm here today. Joining me is Mariah Fantagrosi. She's Vice President of Merchandising and Design. She's been working at Wacol for 6 years. She began her career as an intern at Ralph Lauren Intimates, where she discovered her passion for intimates. She told us that she loves connecting with women, hearing what they want from their intimate apparel, and then designing a product that speaks to their needs. At Wacol, their focus is on solution-driven products, and Mariah is here today to educate us on bras for all of their wardrobe needs. So before we begin, we actually became interested in this whole subject because we saw Mariah on Instagram. I don't know if you've all seen her, but she's done an amazing job through the whole pandemic last year of, recording live from her house and really connecting with the customers. And we were intrigued to what inspired her to get, first of all, involved with social media, because her background is design, and then how that was working for her. So Mariah, can you share with us, how you even, became involved in the social media in the first place?
Sure. It was thrust upon us all, when COVID hit and we all were, sent into quarantine. The design and merchandising teams were kind of the first couple months of quarantine. We were looking at our product flows and all of our merch plans and shifting deliveries. And, it was like crazy upheaval to try and figure out what the months to come were going to be. And then once we kind of got a grip on and how we were going to respond from a product standpoint, we then took a deep breath and we were sitting there going, oh my God, and now we're stuck in our houses. So what are we going to do? What's our creative outlet? And it was interesting because our marketing team approached us and was like, can you guys help us with some content? You guys know the product so well. Is there any way you can, maybe help us tell stories about what to wear and what style? And it was really started from everybody's now all of a sudden home. And what are they going to wear at home to be comfortable? And it was situational as far as our initial response. Especially for our core customers, a fuller busted customer, and everybody is now working from home and wants something that's comfortable. And there's all this talk of, people just not wearing bras at all. And we were like, no, don't do that. We have comfortable styles for you. And so, our VP of marketing said, can you talk to our consumers? And so I, a little nervous to do it, but did it. I also had to learn what wardrobe to even wear, because I'm not a casual sweatpant loungewear kind of girl. So I was thrust into what do I even wear when I'm home? And so, it was even a matter of getting the right wardrobe to communicate to the customer, because if I was, wearing a dress in the middle of quarantine, who was going to listen to me? And so it really started with what recommendations I would have for customers to wear in quarantine and what would be the most comfortable. And the great thing is our product assortment is perfectly positioned for stuff like this, situations like this. I mean, God forbid, none of us wanted a global pandemic to hit us, but we had really worked over the last 2 to 3 years on our merchandising strategy, and we built a solution-based strategy. So what that means is any product that we introduce is introduced with a consumer's mind of what is she looking for in her bras? What does she want from her bras? And so we actually sort our line that way. So as far as what bras to pull in that situation, that was easy because we already look at our product that way. We organize our product that way. And so that was kind of the sort of onboarding of myself into our social media strategy was, I know the product quite well. Let's get Mariah to talk about the product. And then what we started to see is, as we started posting some of the videos, is very similar to Wacol's just general strategy is to connect with the customer. And so the more I spoke to the customer on our Instagram stories and videos about real life situational situations, the more she responded. And then the more she was interacting with us and our page and traffic to our site, because they don't really, customers don't know all of our trade lingo. And we're so close to all that trade lingo because that's what we all talk about. Like when I'm selling product to the buyers and when buyers are coming in and looking at product, we all know so much about the technicalities of it that we all just speak in that because it's easier. But you really have to flip your mind when you're talking to the actual consumer, because she doesn't know all the language that we use to describe the bra from a technical standpoint. She really just wants to know, like, how's this going to work for me? How's it going to fit for me? When should I wear it? Why should I wear it? Why do I need it? So it, kind of translating the language into those type of terms has been beneficial for us and more relatable.
Okay. Well, I have to say, I really love the video that you did with your friend on your front porch when you were talking about, what do you wear underneath a sweatshirt?
Right.
So can you tell us a little bit about like how that even came to be? I mean, it seems so natural. I felt like almost like I was eavesdropping on your conversation. But can you tell me
of how once we started creating the content started creating itself. Like, okay. Once I started posting these videos, all of a sudden people from my life started coming out of the woodwork, like people that I hadn't seen since 3rd grade, my sister's friends, my mom's friends, everybody would see a video and then would like text me or email me or message me through Instagram or Facebook with questions. And then all of a sudden their questions created more content. And so that was actually a very pure situation. Jackie, the girl in the video with me, is actually one of my sister's very good friends. And she has like 3 young children and she's larger busted. And she's, everybody at the time it was football season when we filmed that. And, people were also starved for contact with one another, that the only way you could do it is outside. So there was like a lot of outdoor football TV watching. And so she was like, I don't even know what to wear. Like I'm wearing sweatshirts all the time. I want to be relaxed and comfortable, but I've got young kids. I'm chasing after them, but we're just sitting there watching a game, socially distanced. And I don't want to wear like a bra that feels like so much. I just want something that's comfy. Do you have like a comfy bra that would work for me? And so the only cheating part of that video is that I had gotten her the bra. I had told her what to order. She had ordered the bra. She had worn the bra. And then she wrote me back like, oh my God, this is like the most comfortable bra. I don't feel the wire. It's like so soft. Like I've never felt anything like this. And she was going on. And I said, I got you the bra. You're going to do a video with me.
Oh my goodness, you're kidding me.
And so she was like, okay, are you sure? I'm like, yep, you could do it. And she was like, so, natural at it. And all of her comments were her own. It was just a matter of where should we sit? How should we position it? So that we both were in camera. That's hard, when you're creating content and you have another person in the screen, because the orientation of the camera or of all the videos that you play on your mobile device is vertical. It's hard to have 2 people next to each other. So the only way you can successfully do it, especially when you're trying to socially distance, is to kind of be in the same plane, but have depth to it. So somebody always has to sit closer to the camera and somebody always has to sit further from the camera so that you fit within the frame, but you're not on top of each other. And so the hardest part of creating or doing any of the videos, because I'm not a camera person, I used to do photography, so I get a little bit about composition, but the lighting and all that stuff, it's like, you kind of learn as you go. But that's one of the things that I learned is to find the right depth and then try and have the 2 people positioned this way so that we could both be in it. So it's kind of awkward when we're trying to talk. But other than that, it worked. And it was just her. It was just her opinion. And I mean, maybe we can play the video.
Let's play that. I was going to say, let's play the video. So for our audience that didn't see it, let's play the video right now.
Okay. Hi everyone, it's Mariah from Walk America, and today I want to talk to you about sweatshirt bras. This is a term I am now obsessed with because I am wearing sweatshirts all the time, and I bet you are as well. And the right bra to wear underneath your sweatshirt is one that like feels the same. And we have a style in our line called Perfect Primer that is that. And so when my friend came over the other day and with like this, what should I be wearing? Because I don't want to not wear a bra, but I want a bra. So like, what's the most comfortable bra you have? I gave her our Perfect Primer. And instead of me telling you why it's so great, I want my friend Jackie to tell you. So what do you think?
So on the weekend, like everybody, you want to be comfortable. And me, I go into my drawer and I'm like, oh, should I pick out a sports bra? But being a 32G, that could be very confining, and I could get a uniboob, and that's not really what I should be choosing. So I came to Mariah and I wore this bra under my sweatshirt, and it really felt like I was wearing my sweatshirt. My bra wasn't fighting my sweatshirt. It's so comfortable, and it's something I actually could see myself sleeping in if I needed to.
So the reason it's so comfortable is because of this fabric. It is really soft, it has a brushed hand. The underwire is concealed between two layers of the fabric. And overall, it just gives you a really nice shape and support. So when you're supported, you're comfortable. And when your bra is designed with every single touch point, thinking about comfort, it delivers on that. So I really do think that I'm gonna rename our Perfect Primer bra our Sweatshirt Bra. I hope you get a chance to check it out. I will caution you that once you wear it, you may never take it off, because I have heard that from almost too many people.
I'm curious, once you played this one video, I know when we spoke about doing this webinar, I know it got quite a few hits. So, how did people react when they saw this? And do you immediately see it affecting in your sales, or the lingerie community at whole reacting to, this way of presenting your products?
Yeah, so our e-commerce team and our social team both saw like a direct correlation like to that video in particular. I think because it was so relatable, like we were sitting on the porch like two friends would, dressed casually, speaking casually, and also talking about something that was very timely, and I think that's what works. Is like when you're talking about something that somebody might need right now and why, that worked. And so actually that style was this is the style that we were talking about. It's our Perfect Primer style, and it's part of our Ultimate Comfort category. And so I think in the video, she talks about all the amazing features, but really why it worked so well is that we were talking about a comfort situation for a full busted customer who wanted to have a very easy, relaxed feel in the bra that she was wearing. And so I think it was a combination of that relatability, but then the product that we were talking about, because I don't think a lot of fuller busted customers know what their options are, like as far as it doesn't go from like, a very traditional uplifting type of style to nothing. There's so many shades in between and occasions for other styles. And so I think the fact that we talked about that, I think connected with the audience. And we definitely saw that there was a really positive response to that video in particular. And this probably has something to do with she has beautiful eyes also.
Oh, you're both gorgeous.
No, I mean, she's so Seriously. Pretty, and I think, but relatable, neither of us are models.
I like that you said, that you really were helping, it was timely. I mean, obviously no one knew the pandemic was coming, but the fact that you had this solution to help, because so much, when the pandemic first started, so much of the conversation was, everything was about bralettes, or people are just not wearing anything at all, which mortifies me. But anyway.
Well, it just leaves such a segment of the market without that option.
Without solution, exactly. So moving in, after that, I saw another video that you did with, I believe it was your friend's mom, and talking about also, another solution. You filmed it outside, and I was really curious to hear. First of all, I mean, the demonstration that you did with the measuring tape and everything. It was there. Like, you could see it. Like, okay, here's our measurement now, and here was before. So can you tell me a little bit about that? And was it awkward to film it? And also, like, a little bit about that bra, because for me, I hadn't seen that kind of, you explained the technology in like a layman's terms.
Right.
You could see it, but I didn't know the design behind that bra.
Hi everybody, it's Mariah from Wackle America, and today I have a very special treat. I am joined by my best friend's mom, Gail.
Hi.
Who I have known since I was 18 months old, and she has always had trials and tribulations of finding the perfect bra. She is a 38G, and she is always looking for something that can give her the ultimate lift. And now we have a brand new collection that delivers that. And today I'm going to show you the benefit of our elevated allure and how much lift it actually gives. And the way I can demonstrate that is by having Gail right now wearing her favorite sort of everyday bra. And I'm going to take her halter measurement, and that's going to be able to show you how much lift she gets. So first, Gail, why don't you just turn to the side, and you can kind of see where her profile is. It's still very nice. She is wearing a Wackle bra, of course. And then turn forward. And then I'm going to take that measurement. And so you can see here, she is at, or maybe you can't, but I'll tell you, she's at 31.5 inches. She's going to change really quickly into elevated allure. So while she's changing, I'm going to show you the bra she's putting on. This is our new elevated allure. I am obsessed with this. It took us about a year and a half to develop this fabric with a Japanese fabric mill that has graduated power that moves from the bottom of the cup up to the top. It's very lightweight, but super duper powerful. Okay, and she's back. All right. So now she has her elevated allure on, and you can automatically see the lift that she has. Turn to the side. And truth be told, we are shooting this in my backyard in a very humid day with zero Photoshop ability. So you could really honestly and truly see the lift she gets. Turn to the front. And now we are at 30.5 inches. So she got a full inch lift in a 38G. I think that's pretty awesome. What about you?
Thank you, Mariah.
Bye, guys. Well, that first of all, my mom's friend that was in it is like my best friend's mom also. So my best friend from the time I was like 18 months old that was her mom. So I've grown up with Gail. And so, and she is like the Wackle target customer through and through, because she is somebody who is very like aware of her bra because of her size. She's a 38G. And it's like, she's just very boob focused. And so when we were thinking about, when I wanted to do a demonstration, a product before and after, she was somebody I thought of who also, again, it's in COVID. So you have to rely on people that you're comfortable with, that you know where they've been, they know where you've been, so that like you can be on camera together. And she's also in the age demo where I love her, but like you have to also be extra careful because you don't want anything to happen. So, but because she has pendulous tissue and she, is a teacher, and she's always looking for, she wants things to be lifted, but she never wants to sacrifice comfort. She's like the perfect person to demo our ultimate lift category. And that style was our elevated allure. And I think one of the things also, whenever you could do a before and an after, it's so easy for the customer to understand the solution or the benefit of that product. And even more so when they know that the person operating the camera has no ability to do any tricks. Like
that's what I actually
can't
really liked
Photoshop
about
that.
It.
Like there's no way I
You
could.
sat there and showed the measuring tape. I'm like, wow, it really works. Like you said, you know
Right.
that it was so authentic because there you were outside measuring her. And
Right. Like, I mean, the truth is, of course, I did like a trial to make sure that before I created the content that it was going to work. And I think that's one of the things as people start working with their social media, it's like you want it to look very natural, but it also, you know, has to, you have to be, what you're presenting has to be authentic. And so sometimes you have to just trial it because sometimes things don't register the same way on camera as they do in person. So you have to figure out how best to demonstrate it. And that trick that we do, taking the halter measurement, is like a fitter's trick. It's like whenever we're checking, when we're developing product, it's not a measurement we take on every single fitting, but it's a measurement we take when we're measuring a model for her body type. And it's a measurement we take like in our final stages of fitting. And it's a measurement we take when we're trying to benchmark something or show that lift characteristic. So we use that same technique at market when we sold in, actually that, you see that model, the one right behind me is actually wearing the bra that you're talking about. Hold on, let me just.
So yeah, I was gonna say, do you mind showing us what that bra is and tell us a little bit about the design of it, what you were thinking when you were creating this bra?
Yeah, so this was a great one because this was a challenge. You know, one of the things that, again, when you think about the customer first and you think about what is she looking for, women don't necessarily all know this, but when your breast tissue is lifted, your waistline looks slimmer. It's like if I could tell every person I met that message, I think we would all sell a lot more bras. But
probably
people, people don't realize that when your tissue is up and away from your waistline looks smoother. A lot of times when people are larger busted, they try and kind of reduce or minimize their bust line, and then they end up wearing things that are not supportive, and then they look heavier through the middle. And traditionally, the best lift you can get is through cut and sew, right? So a cut and sew bra with seams, because it's almost like, you know, traditional or corsetry or tailoring. Anytime you have seams, you kind of have the ability to restrict where the breast tissue goes. You're telling it where to go, and it conforms to your shape. That's why we all look, we tend to look our best when we wear like a suit or tailored garments, because there's shape elements incorporated in the style. So similar to, you know, a suiting, a bra that has seams will always give you like an optimal lift and shape. And so what we also know is that the customer in 2021 shies away from seams because they think it's going to show through her clothes, no matter the techniques that like our team uses or other brands use to minimize those seams. And there are ways that you can minimize them. Customer still sees it. A more modern or a younger customer will see it and think, no, that's going to show through. I don't want it. So when we started the development of this style, the goal was, how do we give the customer as much lift in a molded style with no seams as you do in a style with seams? And that's where our elevated allure was born. So we worked with a fabric mill to develop the fabric so it has the same kind of elements of graduated power that you would get if it were seamed right here, like a stronger fabric here and a slightly lighter fabric here. We've actually incorporated those elements all into one bra, so it's also more comfortable. And then just the overall construction of the back and overall wearing experience makes it super comfortable, and it lifts the bust up to at least an inch. And we've seen it lift people even more than that. It's just, we just want to be careful on, you know, we don't want to overpromise something to someone. And again, back to like our solution strategy is we're making it easier for the customer to shop by speaking to why this bra. So who cares what collection it is? That's like what we used to do, you know, 10, 15 years ago. It was all about collections of bras and fabulous names. Now it's really about the category, about the solution. It's about merchandising the product in store or online, or when you're making content that speaks to why does she need to wear it. So all of our product that sit within our solutions have the tag of the key solution it delivers. So this
I
one's
love
all
that you did that. So you're really trying to make it as easy as possible for the customer.
right. Well,
So,
and because they shop everywhere. They're shopping online.
right.
Whether we like, whether people like it or not, they're shopping online. They're shopping through Instagram. They want to see the name. They want to know the solution. And they go in store. And so that in-store experience has to be the same as well. And so we've been working on that and making it easier for people who buy our line and from a store standpoint, and then as well as from a consumer standpoint.
Awesome. Well,
So
I want to
I
show
love that bra. That bra is that's like one of the things I'm most proud of our team developing this year. We introduced, I guess it was technically, we introduced it in January of 2020.
Oh, well, your timing was perfect then, right? I'm curious, like now, you've seen this on like real people. I mean, obviously when you were doing the videos and through your friends and your moms and things like that, like how do you feel like that is affecting now the design at Wacol? Are you considering that now more because you're really hands-on? I mean, now you've seen it. I mean, yes, I'm sure beforehand you had models coming in or you yourself would try on products as they were in development. But do you think this is now changing the way you're approaching it? I mean, now that that, that
not the way we met, because I think one of the really amazing and not so known facts about Wacol is that we've always done that. Like as a design department and a design team, we always fit on real bodies, like not just because it's a marketing tactic. We have probably one of the largest model budgets in the industry because I
didn't know that.
Because we have the most standing appointment hours. Maybe Victoria's Secret has more just because they have so much product that they move through. But for a brand with, our number of product introductions a year, we definitely fit the most on models, but then we also fit on real bodies. My design team participates. We have an event we host every year called Fit for the Cure, twice a year that benefits Susan G. Komen. And we host fit events all over the country. And the design team always participates in at least one, if not two events a year, so that they're in store seeing the product that they designed and developed on real women. And then we also have what we call our real women, our real models, our real women models. And it's a complexion of women in our lives. So my mom participates, some other friends of friends, mothers of mothers. Like we have a whole group. I think we have about 14 women that are in this group that we'll see every season, on all of our new product introductions, because we always want to see not only how does it look on a 34 double D, but how does it look on a 38 double D or a 40 G or you name it, because fit is so important to everything we do at Wacol. So we've always looked at everything on different bodies. Now I think it's just a matter of, there's a lot of cultural changes and societal changes that I think are affecting fit. And I think that's the new element that Wacol is very in tune to right now, because we're not only are we fitting everything on everybody, but we're also looking around and seeing how are her fit needs changing. And there's definitely a shift, in what the consumer is looking to wear. And it has to do with societal shifts. It has to do with fashion shifts. And I think one of the things that I'm so proud of at Wacol is that we're always looking at that. Like we don't just sit and say, okay, here's a block.
Right.
And we just fit the next bra using that same thing, the same wire. Like every bra has a unique wire. Every bra has a unique fit. Every style has a new cup. I mean, we don't reuse. We think about what is right for that fabric and that moment for what the customer's needs are.
Okay. So
and like in our core, is exactly why I'm so passionate. And when I do the videos, when we do the videos, it comes out because every time I hold up a new style that we've worked on, I know who we were thinking about when we were creating it.
Okay. So speaking of that, there was a very cute, another Instagram post that I'd like to show that you did a video. It was you in your husband's closet. So can you tell us a little bit about that? We're talking about changing the market. You're in a
Yes.
closet. We know people have been clever with how they're trying to work out the last year. So can you elaborate a little bit about, first of all, that bra, what was the inspiration, how even the customer reacted when they saw you, working out in a closet, and it was cute too, I have to say, but it made you very relatable because they're like, okay, everyone's been trying to reinvent themselves during the whole pandemic. It's like, okay, and now
right, especially my husband.
Do you share that bike?
That's his closet with his bike.
Okay.
That I really fought for a long time. And then finally COVID took over, like brought me down, weakened me and said, fine, yes, you could get one. But I don't want that thing anywhere in the house that anybody's going to see because it's just going to end up collecting dust. And
right.
if you're spending that much money, you find a place for it. So he's like, fine, I'll put it in my closet. And so now our home gym is like literally that bike in his closet. But I think that's what happened to a lot of people. And I think that probably as well is relatable. It's like, not everybody has a house that has space for like a home gym, but
right.
not many people are able to go into or want to go into or able to go into a gym. So people are finding the way to get that workout in because for our mental health, it's so important. Like we all need that. And that was one of the things that we saw as soon as sort of COVID shutdown, quarantine began, our comfort styles and our sport styles both were like, whew, they just took off. And
you saw that big of a difference.
Oh yeah. And we're very fortunate, like at Wackle, we're very fortunate that we have, you can't really see that on camera. We have the #1 sport bra in department store, the #1 designer sport bra, I should say. And it's been in our line.
Why is that?
The customer loves it. It's been in our line for, I don't know, over 12 plus years. And it's been the top ranked style for many years. And there's been many attempts to kind of take it down and it just keeps popping back up.
Right.
Sport bra sales, like in traditional brands go like this because, activewear lines do bras that match their pants, so you could buy a sport bra and the same, blush pink as your pants. And then the tonal effect of the top that goes over it with the open underarms, like all of that lifestyle activewear look works if you're like a C cup and under. But anybody who's bigger than a C cup can't wear those pull-on styles. And then those brands don't really know bra construction. And that's where Wackle always wins, is because we know how to make an amazing fitting bra. And that's what this style has had in it for so long. And then it has just built such a loyal following. The wire on it, I mean, we can play the video and I speak to all of that. So
yes.
When we play the video, we can show that. But I think that's why this style has just done so well, is it had a loyal customer and she probably needed a refresh. I think that was one of the things. Everybody was cleaning out their drawers. Like the first few weeks, everybody's like, oh, great, I'm home.
Right.
Let me get rid of all this extra stuff. And then maybe people were like, it's time for a replenishment. And then if they knew that bra and they reordered that bra, as well as it gets a lot of buzz in the media, it has a lot of people giving it very positive praise. So I think it's in the consumer's eye a lot. So I think that's also why it got a lot of attention. And there was another sports style in the video as well. This one is newer. This is our contour that we just launched in December, actually. And this has a foam pad in it, so it conceals kind of the show through. And then the difference here is this really looks more like a sports style that maybe you would buy in an activewear department. But it has all the functionality and the benefits of a Wackle bra. So I think, it was really fun to see this new product launch with all the content around it, because it got off to a faster start than the sports style would otherwise. And I think it was a combo. Everybody's home. everybody's working out, and they're, consuming media at like rates that nobody would have ever imagined.
Okay, so let's
Why all of our eyes hurt.
I know, right? So let's take a quick look at the video now that Mariah did in her husband's closet.
Hi everyone, it's Mariah from Wacol Design, coming to you from my at-home gym, which happens to be in my husband's closet. And I wanted to share with you a couple sport bra styles in our line that will help you stay committed to your New Year's resolution, because so many of us are working from home and in our house all the time. It is so important to get our bodies moving, get our blood circulating, free our minds from kind of our state of mind right now. And I have the perfect bras to help you feel supported through that journey so that you can stay committed to your New Year's resolution. The first one is a brand new style. This, I want to give a shout out to the design team because we actually fit this while in quarantine, and to our factory in the Dominican Republic for actually being able to produce this on time so that we could get it to you in time for your New Year's resolution. And I want to tell you all about what's so great. So this style is a thin foam pad. So you can see here, there really isn't much dimension to it. It's thin, but it's stiff. It's not, stiff isn't the right word. It's kind of more rigid. It's a firmer pad so that it minimizes the amount of bounce your breast tissue will have. And that is very important when you're thinking about a sport bra. You don't want a super stretchy, flexible pad because then your boobs are gonna move all over the place. Having a more firm pad, a pad that is going to contain all of your breast tissue, is a key element that you need to look for when you're looking for support in a sport bra. The other thing that's great about this is that all of the materials are moisture wicking, so that's going to keep you cool and fresh throughout your workout, which is also very important, whether your workout is a walk with your friends or getting on a Peloton, a spin, or whatever, a HIIT class. The other thing that I love about this bra is that the adjustability is actually on the front of the style. So here you can see that there's a clasp on the front here. And if you put this on, especially when you're a fuller busted customer, once you get the style on, you can unhook it in the mirror and then crisscross it to the other side so that you can do that adjustability on your own without having to kind of contort your whole body. So that's our high impact, brand new sport contour. I would love to hear from you. I challenge you to try it. And the second style is our tried and true, our #1 sport bra, which also happens to be the #1 designer sport bra in America. And it has been in our line for 15 plus years, predates me, but I love this bra for everything it does. It is high impact. It delivers total containment of your breast tissue, and it has a very unique construction. The wire itself sits on the outside of the bra so that the wire being away from you allows or minimizes or eliminates any chafing, especially if you're a marathon runner and you're in that consistent motion where potentially something can rub you. The beauty of this is that it's so smooth and the wire's on the outside. You don't feel the wire and you don't have that chafing. The other key characteristic to having a high impact sport bra be successful in your workout is that you have rigidity in the strap. So here I'm pulling the strap. You could see my pathetic muscles stretching it, but it's not moving. And that is what's going to help anchor your breast on the front of your body frame and keep you from having movement on your front. The back is lined with a power mesh. It has a great firm hold. That's the other tip I'll tell you. I know a lot of people love to do a softer, easier band because they think it makes the whole style more comfortable, but I urge you, when you're buying a sport bra, you want to have a firm anchor on that bottom because it's not going to move around and it's going to really help support you. 70% of your bra support comes from the band, so you want it to be firm. And then you want to adjust your strap so that you keep your breast tissue stationary on the front of your body. It won't distract you. if you do that. It won't distract others if you do that, and you'll have a great workout and a great year.
So tell us a little bit, like, what is your feeling now? I mean, you have quite a lot of different solutions that you're offering. Is it your goal to get people to have a whole bra wardrobe, or is it more that you are reacting to people, what their needs are, and you're starting to add that more into your creative process and into the Wacol collection?
Probably a little bit of both. It's probably a little bit of both. I mean, our solution strategy is in some ways it's a wardrobe, but in other ways it's not exclusively a wardrobe, because I think people want, consumers need variety in their intimates, just like they do in anything and everything else. So not only are you shopping for something that lifts, but you probably also need a strapless, you also need a sport bra, you also need, other things. What we're seeing right now is that, like as of probably 4 weeks ago through today, and it's probably going to continue to increase, is that, there's been a lot of comfort conversation, comfort,
right,
or no bra or bralette, whether it was us or like anybody and everybody else out there, whether it was buy this sweatsuit that's matching top and bottom, or this sleepwear or this loungewear or whatever it is, everybody's been talking about comfort. And now what we're seeing is like this sort of pent up demand for things that are just a little bit prettier, things that feel a little bit more special, things that make them feel like they're not wearing the same thing that they've been wearing for the last 11 months. And it's starting to translate in sales. So at the same time that we still see comfort selling, and our ultimate comfort category is winning, we're also seeing people coming and looking for lift, but then lace. People are looking for lace. People are looking for things that that make them feel like they're dressed up, even if it's only underneath, even if they're just wearing it underneath their clothes and they're still on a Zoom call and they're still wearing a sweater on top. It's those little touches. And we actually recently did a video on my own personal favorite, which was our softly styled. And this really combines our comfort fabric. This is the same fabric as in Perfect Primer, but then with this really beautiful Italian lace on the neckline and the underarm, which just is enough to make it feel pretty, but also very, I think I'm probably wearing it today. Yep.
right,
Because it's just enough that and this is a very open neck, like if it shows, it feels nice when it shows.
you have something pretty, yeah.
It's pretty. And I think that people are they want that. And I think it's just going to increase. Like, I think over the next year, 18 months, it's like everybody says, it's going to be like the roaring 20s again.
Well, we hope so. Well, why don't we show the video of you, because it was very cute of you in your house again.
Yeah.
Showing us that beautiful bra.
Hi everyone, it's Mariah from Wacol America, and today I get to share with you a personal favorite of mine that is about to launch, and it's our new softly styled underwire bra. And the beauty of this is that it feels like you're wearing a bralette, but you get the support of an underwire. And I think, that is something that people can't comprehend. How can I wear something that feels so light and feels like there is no underwire and has that feminine detail, but still get the support that I want so I can wear it out of the house? And that is what this bra is going to do. I personally have been living in it the last few months because I had an early prototype sample, and I'm actually wearing it right now. And the beauty of it is that there is no show through. So sometimes under a t-shirt, everybody thinks that they should be wearing like a thin foam pad, so there's no nipple show through. So what you can see here, even on me, is that the fabrication, this really brushed, soft hand fabric, it's 2-ply, so you see no color through it. And then even like the lace detail that I have at the underarm and at the neckline, you can see how smooth that is underneath the t-shirt. It just doesn't even show at all. But if it did, it's that little bit of feminine touch that we all kind of want in our lingerie, our everyday bras. We don't want them to always feel so sort of utilitarian. It feels nice to wear a little bit of lace, a soft lace, a pretty lace, a lace with a little shimmer, but that doesn't show where you don't want it to show. The other beauty of this is it uses the same fabric as our Perfect Primer, and it's constructed in the back the same way, where the elastic is away from your body. So along the whole back, it feels so smooth. Your body just feels like it's getting this like gentle hug, and that hug is giving you the lift. Because like I've said a million times, 70% of your bra's lift comes from your band. So you don't want to wear a loose band just so it's comfortable, because then your boobs will be on your toes. You want to wear a band that gives you the right amount of support so that you get the right amount of lift. And if it's in a soft fabric with a soft elastic, it's so easy to wear all day. So our new Softly Styled, this is the rose dust color. It's going to come in black as well. And then I think a few fashion colors. And the other wonderful thing about this is it's also available in some smaller bust sizes. It's available in larger cup sizes and band sizes, but not often do we actually do my size, believe it or not. So I'm excited because I get to wear another new Wacoal bra. So I hope you give our Softly Styled a try.
So I'm curious, are we going to be seeing you more this year in these videos, or are you, tell us a little bit about your social media strategy, and also what you're thinking. I know you said that people are craving color and prettiness. So, how is Wacoal going to be reinventing themselves to react to this trend that you're seeing?
Well, so a couple questions there. One, how are you going to see me? So my video cadence has slowed down just as I've gotten, the design team at Wacoal has been back in the office since June. So we've been like working on designing and fitting and creating all of like our next few seasons. So as all that work came on, the gaps in time that I had before to create the content like shrank. So now it's a challenge because now I have all these ideas and it's just a matter of like carving out the time to do it. So the good news is that there are other people on the team, whether it's my team or in the marketing team, who are also getting involved in creating content. So it's good that like we're kind of like spreading it out. And then they have other testimonials. So it's nice to also hear from other people. The fun thing is for me is that the content that's been responded to also then fuels our pipeline. Like it's fun to see what people react to. For me, the designer side of me, it's completely separate to all this, is the conversations that I've been able to get engaged with through social media on what people are looking for is fueling what we're going to develop for the next seasons. So, and we're actually kicking off a season very far away tomorrow. And I was working on the agenda right before I came down here to film this, and a lot of what we're hearing from what the customer's looking for from a fit standpoint, from a feeling standpoint, is all being woven into our next collection. So it's fun, creativity comes in all different ways. I'm very thankful actually that I've been able to participate in it, because it was a creative outlet for me when there wasn't many other creative outlets. So I think for mental sanity, it was good. But I think really like for all of us, for brands, for buyers, for stores, I think everybody's been living in such isolation for the last 11 months. I think any way you can reach out and make somebody feel noticed or connected to or heard, I think is when you're going to build like a lifelong customer. I think these are like the change moments when you can make her feel heard, how you make her experience easier, how you find something that's going to make her feel better. I think that's when we all build a relationship with somebody that's going to last. And so I think that's why I've been so like addicted to participating, because I just, I so want more people to know about Wacoal, and I want them to know the breadth of our product and what it can do and how it can make you feel. And so sometimes I can't help myself but to like constantly talk about it. So I think everybody at work is like, stop talking to me, just talk to them. So that's how this happened.
No. Well, we love that. And I said there's some silver linings, not that we ever wanted a pandemic to happen, but the stories of people's creativity and how they've, turned something that was negative into something positive. And I think for you, like you said, it was an amazing creative outlook. And at the same time, I imagine it's really helping you and the Walk Call team, in terms of your designs, because you're getting it live anymore. There's not that delay where before you'd have to wait, then you ship it to the stores, and you wait to hear feedback, and
it's a fun way. Like I hear from buyers via Instagram, like they'll message me now because like they'll see my name on there, and before they maybe didn't have my email address, or they didn't like to ask a question in front of everybody and anybody.
Right.
And so there's another layer of connection happening that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And I think too, like you said, it's really going to help long term our whole lingerie community, really,
right,
to be more engaged, and help you as a company too, to get your messages across very quickly, and then you can react too, So
it's all and so much of it is fit. Solutions work when the bra fits, and people think they need something different than what they need because the style that they have just doesn't actually fit them correctly or properly, or for their body shape or type. And so I think, that's one thing that social media has the opportunity to do a better job at, and brands have an opportunity to do a better job at, is like, in a positive sense, communicating fit, and the benefits of being fit. And it's, getting fit in store, being fit on a virtual fitting, however fitters are getting that message out there. I think there's a lot of misinformation right now about how things should fit or how things should look. And I think that also creates sort of a downward spiral for the consumer, because they're looking at images and they're like, oh, well, that's how it looks on me, but it doesn't really fit her. They don't know it doesn't fit her. But then all they know is that when they're wearing it, it doesn't feel comfortable. And so I think that's sort of the next horizon for intimate brands, is like, how do we better educate her on how it should feel, how it should fit, how it should look. That I was always waiting for the day where I just got to the point where I was like, you know what, forget it. And then be like, this is how it's supposed to fit. And this is how it's supposed to, but I didn't get there. There weren't enough drinks, and I got out of the house in June. So had I been still in there by now, maybe. Actually, one of our top viewed video was actually me demonstrating how to measure yourself in my bathroom.
Right.
In a bra over my shirt, because I wasn't going to do it naked. So I put a bra on top of my shirt, and I demonstrated how to measure, where to measure, and then where on our website, our bra calculator, to figure out your size. And that has had the most views of all of the videos.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's the tippity top. And that to me just means customers need to be fit. They want that help. They need that service.
They need the education. Yeah.
Yep.
So, well, I have to say, I was really impressed when I went on your website, the fact that you are showing actually the different solutions, and you made it so easy. And I think that's another big call out that customers want, that they want to have the ease of use, and like you said, then understand the process. I mean, I know I hear all the time from buyers saying to me that it's not enough just to buy something pretty, or even based on the relationship. It's more like, does the product fit, and what is the need they're going to be filling for my customer? And then how easy do you make it to get that sale to them? So that means right now you have to do a video to show them how it fits online, because we can't always get into the store. Or then it's on them when you do ship the product to the store, to make sure the salespeople, not just the owner of the store, understands why this bra came into be. And then, also the fact that you have like the little circles of saying what the end use already is. You're already helping the customer, making the job easier. for everyone
Right.
all around. So anyway, I think we're almost out of time, but it was really great to connect with you and educate us. And I do hope we see more of you on Instagram, because already we learned so much from you at this webinar. And maybe we also need to see one of those of how not to fit or what not to in the future. I can see that in the making. The do's and the don'ts.
Right, the do's and the don'ts. It's just, it takes a lot more, it takes bodies. So we got to get out of quarantine when we can get a little closer together to somebody, so that we could do that demonstration.
To show that, yeah.
Because everybody I know better have a well-fitting bra.
Exactly. That's going to be
it's hard,
the 2021 mantra.
Right. It's hard to turn them into a don't. Even in the video that I did with my best friend's mom, her bad bra was a walk hole bra. Like the before bra, not the bad bra. The before bra was a walk hole bra. And if you didn't see the after, you would have thought it was nice. It would have been unfair for me to just put her in some bra that really didn't fit. That'd be like, I don't know. To me, that would be cheating. So I put her in a decent bra and then showed how much lift she would get out of that other bra. Right. So in any event, there's like construction. We redid our showroom and they're finishing it up, and I hear the men on the other side.
Like whispering.
they're like coming in to like do stuff.
All right. Because they're probably dying to see you on screen.
No, I think they have no idea what's going on over here. Just a girl talking to herself, it seems like.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I appreciate your time today. And it was just really wonderful to connect with you and learn about the whole process of, creating your Instagrams to even your inspiration in terms of the new designs and the oldies but goodies that are coming from Wacol. So anyway, thank you so much. And I look forward to see you in person. Okay.
Yes. Look forward to the in-person stuff.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.